Hello, welcome to another Modern Cube Draft. My mic is working, yeah, okay. We got some picks here. We got Nicol Bolas, Dark Confidant, Chandra, Ashiok, Little Jace, Oath of Nissa, Sulphur Falls. This whole pack's great, aside from like Imposing Sovereign and Hornet Nest maybe. And I guess Drana and Silent Visitor, but one card stands out and that's Coalition Relic. This card's amazing, it's 3 mana for mana ramp, which is not the greatest deal, but it taps for any color, and you can charge it up to then add 2 colors of any mana. So you can play it even on turn 3 and cast a 6-drop on turn 4. Or, you know, if you can play this on turn 2, you're so far ahead. This card's busted, and it lets you cast a lot of these other really fun cards later on in the game. So I'm going to take this card. Of a similar vein, Gilded Lotus costs 5 mana, taps for 3. I think it's a bit worse than Coalition Relic, but with these two, we can just cast like almost any spell, and we'll have all the mana we could ever want. And I'm not really missing out on much else in this pack. Maybe like a Hallowed Fountain could be the other choice, but Gilded Lotus is great, especially paired with Coalition Relic. It's just a lot of fun. So I kind of want to draft the Wildfire deck. Or is it Wildfire? I don't know if they have Wildfire in the cube specifically. But yeah, they have like Wildfire and Destructive Force, I think, are the cards. Not very good with Gaze of Granite. These two aren't. So here, we got a whole lot of mediocre. Mind Control is fine. 5 mana steal a creature is, you know, it's definitely playable. But it's not super exciting play. It's not a super exciting play. Like if your opponent's playing like 3 3s for 3, then you steal it, like you're still up, but you're not up by that much. Sun Titan is a pretty sweet card. Lets you get back little cheap permanents. But I don't think this deck wants to play too many cheap cards. There's Sulphur Springs if we want just better mana. This is one of the worst fixers. So I think here I am just going to take Mind Control. It is a very powerful full effect, but that's only because this card's almost for sure going to wheel, and that pack was just mediocre overall. Ooh, okay, here we have Compulsive Research, which is an excellent card. Mind Shatter, also very good in this type of deck. Shelldock Isle, which I love, and Nissa. I think here I'm just going to take Compulsive. Decks like this, one problem they run into is running out of cards. So if you can have a bunch of like cheap card draw effects that are pretty powerful, you can do some really cool stuff. So I'm going to take this, maybe hope to wheel Mind Shatter or Shelldock Isle, but Compulsive is what this deck wants. And this pack we have Rashimi Eternity's Crafter, a Godless Shrine, and maybe another Deep Fiend. This card is a lot better if you can emerge it. Ramping it out on 8, like it's not amazing, it's just fine. I think here I might actually take Rashimi. This card's kind of fun with ramp, and you know, you can ramp this out pretty early and cast some few more spells, and you can be doing some cool stuff. Although, maybe I do just want a Godless Shrine instead. I can wheel Rashimi or Blasphemy. Actually, yeah, we're gonna draft safe. Mana fixing's so important. Okay, so Trophy Mage can get Coalition Relic. That is definitely a consideration. There are some other sweet 3 mana cards that you can get, like a Crystal Shard and Mimic Vat, also pretty good. Scattered Groves, it's fetchable dual, cyclable so we don't flood out too much, and Cyclonic Rift. This might just be the pick. We're going to have a lot of mana, and bouncing all your opponent's permanents is pretty sweet. Wow, okay. Battlesphere is great, Arena's great, Bloodstained Mire. I think I'm just going to take Mer Battlesphere. One of the best threats to ramp into. It's pretty tough because even if they kill the Battle Ball itself, you still get 4 mirrors laying around. I really like Arena as well, and Bloodstained Mire, and Duress is pretty good too, but yeah, just a big threat. Colorless does everything, I think is what we want, but I need to double check. Bloodstained Mire or Arena would also be really good in this deck. Nah, I think we're just gonna take the Battlesphere. Now we can take Chandra Nalar or a Read the Bones. Chandelure is good. I'm not necessarily in red. I think maybe this deck just wants Read the Bones. Cheap card draw again. Very good. Alright. My hand was forced. I couldn't do anything about it. Nicol Bolas is in the thing. Oh, we got a Hallowed Fountain too? Sweet. Yeah, Tasigur is okay. Don't really like threads in this cube. Hallowed Fountain's great. Yeah, we got our Sulphur Springs. Helps us cast Nicol Bolas. Shelldock Isle Wield. Yeah, we're taking that. The card's amazing. Just imagine, you play Shelldock, you get to cast a Nicol Bolas for 1 mana. Or I guess 2, but it doesn't even, like, it's card advantage and mana advantage. And if we keep drawing, or picking up these, like, cheap card drawing effects, I think at this point we just want a Blasphemous Act. If we keep picking up these cheap card draw effects, then it's very likely we can actually activate Shelldock. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, we're set up to be a sweet, like, 3-color Grixis deck maybe. Hallowed Fountain makes white fetches be able to get blue and black. So if we can get like a blue-white or a red-white, any of those. Actually, Whip Flare I think is probably better than Scattered Groves. This card can do some things for sure. There's a lot of like little creature decks, like mono green. Whip Flare can kill like an entire Hornet Queen or all their like Draga Tree Speakers. Against white, they have a lot of like what is it? Spectral Procession, or I think Lingering Souls is legal too. So this kills those. Very versatile threat, and when your top end is Nicol Bolas, you want to be able to kill a bunch of little dudes. Also pretty sweet play, you can like Whip Flare all their little guys, mind control the big creature. But yeah, we just want to make sure we can draw into Relic and Gilded Lotus, and then cast our top end. Okay, here I think we might just have to take the Steam Vents. Not much in this pack for us. I think Steam Vents is the best, and maybe we can wheel a City of Brass, but this card's pretty good. This makes our mana just that much better. And I like grabbing duels. I wish we could have gotten that Bloodstained Mire, but remember Battlesphere is very powerful. Chromatic Lantern I think has got to just be the pick. Missing out on Condescend, Lightning Helix, or Burst Lightning, Oracle, but Chromatic Lantern, our mana is going to be so good. We can literally cast any spell. We have 3 sources of any color mana, so we can just draft kind of however we want. Probably staying base blue-black so we can draw cards, but I'm gonna be pretty fast and loose here with our cards, or with our colors. But hopefully we can pick up some more non-basics, but I don't really need to prioritize them that high. This being the last time I'll probably do so. If there's nothing like amazing, I'll probably still take dual lands, but between these 3 it's pretty likely we can find one of them, and that means we can just cast any card really, because both of these generate at least 2 mana of every color. Now I just need to find some big splashy plays. Sphinx's Revelation would be premium. Is my opponent auto-picking? This is taking a really long time. They must have had a tough pick. Or they're auto-picking, which is better for me. So here pack is actually pretty mediocre. We could take a Knight's Whisper actually. Just lets us draw through our cards so fast, going like Knight's Whisper, Read the Bones, Compulsive Research, play a bunch of things. I kind of like that actually. That lets us play a high land count and not worry about it too much. Maybe on the wheel we can grab a Quarantine Field. Ooh, Sorin. Oh, that's the wrong Sorin. I might still take it. What else do we have? We have Harmonize. Sorin's makes tokens. I don't like him that much. I think I might just take a Metamorph. This card is very powerful. We can copy any of our artifacts if we need. And if my opponent plays a big threat, we can just copy it as well. Yeah, I like that. Maybe we can wheel harmonize. But that is a little harder on the mana. We are still at this point at least base Grixis. Or just completely Grixis. But we can easily splash like a Vraska or something like that. Metamorph's a 3-drop. Okay. Might just want an oust here. Profane command. Return a creature, kill a creature. I think that's a bit better when you're aggressive. My deck's not aggressive by any means. 1 second. We're gonna take oust. Think that's better than irrigated farmland. We already have Hallowed Fountain. This card's very relevant. It just lets us stay alive. And we have 2 ways to fix for white as well. So Crystal Shard right now we have Battle Sphere and Metamorph. But this might just be a Destructive Force deck. Missing out on... This card's really likely to wheel though. Whatever. I'm just gonna take it. I want to play this card. I want to make it be good. If we can get a couple more... I guess we have all the big colorless artifacts. But this card's sweet if we can pick up some more Planeswalkers. You know, just ramp out a Planeswalker, Destructive Force the creatures and their lands away, and they have nothing, and you have a Gilded Lotus. Plus a Nicol Bolas. So, that seems sweet. Makes me want Blasphemous Act a bit less. I think Destructive Force is just better than Blasphemous Act in this deck. Ooh, probably just taking Thragtusk here. I think that's better than Outpost Siege. The problem with Outpost Siege is if I hit like a Nicol Bolas, then I just lose a win condition, whereas Thragtusk just is good every stage of the way. Keeps me alive until the late game. And it's a pretty reasonable threat as well. Also good combo with Destructive Force. I think, let's see, Watery Grave is nice. So is Negate though. One of the big problems with this type of deck is Planeswalkers, and Negate gives me an answer to that. I think that's better than Watery Grave. My mana's already decent. Oh man, we can like Cyclonic Rift, end of turn, untap Destructive Force. Oh, this deck is dirty. So this pack isn't exciting. Probably just taking Bant Charm. It has the highest upside. Being able to counter instants or kill artifacts. Pretty nice. I don't know if we'll have the mana for it though. Here, Oracle of Mul Daya actually could be really nice. Is that better than just Burst Lightning or Stagger Shock though? Cast her on like 4. Yeah, I like Oracle. Being able to filter through lanes is so good. Linvala can keep us alive. I think that's better than Palladium Mirror. I'm not too interested in colorless ramp. Olivia Voldaren is interesting as well. But Linvala is sweet. Really good against aggressive decks. We can go like turn 3 Coalition Relic, turn 4 Linvala. Boom Burst. Destroy all lands. I think Utopia Sprawl is a higher upside. Okay, Shivan Reef we kind of have to take. Dungeon Geists. Yeah, I like Kakusho better. Probably not playing either one. But Kakusho goes pretty well with Destructive Force. Ooh, Karn? Yes, please. Karn is perfect in this deck. I would also be interested in probably Verdant Catacombs, depending on my duels. I guess probably not that. We're just going to take Karn, though. Karn's sweet. If we wheel Gristlebrand, that's also fine. Because we can actually cast him relatively reliably. But Karn's good. Maybe taking Garrick now? Playing Garrick with 0 green sources is kind of interesting. Do we want just Jace Fringe Prodigy? We have Knight's Whisper, Compulsive Research, Read the Bones, Destructive Force. Maybe Jace is just better. Garrick is sweet and all, but Jace is on color. Maybe we can wheel a Dreadbore. Yeah, I like Jace. Okay. There's a Wildfire. I think that card's likely to wheel, given that I'm like the only player in those colors. I might just grab an Ajani. Let's see. Scalding Tarn gets Steam Vents and Hollowed Fountain. I think we can get greedy on our mana. Either Cascade Bless or Scalding Tarn is bound to wheel, and Ajani's one of the better Planeswalkers, especially if you're on the Destructive Force plan. Speaking of which, Star Compass, absolutely perfect. Ooh, we need basic lands for that to be good, though. I'm not playing any of these other cards, though, so Star Compass it is. Maelstrom Pulse is very powerful. Your Sensor is also pretty good, too. But I think Maelstrom Pulse is nice. It goes a lot better with Jace than some of our other cards. Ooh, we could play an Obzidot as well. Obzidot might wheel. I think I like Maelstrom Pulse more, but if he wheels, I'll probably put him in. Whoa, okay. I think we're looking at an Inferno Titan here. This card's so hard to deal with. Also notably survives Destructive Force. Yeah, Inferno Titan's sweet. The only other option would be Overgrown Tomb. We have 24 playables right now. Maybe Inferno Titan's better than the Battlesphere? Actually, in that case, I think I just want better mana. Similarly, probably just gonna grab the Stomping Ground. I have like a full deck as it is, and I'm just gonna grab better mana still. Especially if we're going to be killing our own lands. Reflecting Pool is pretty good. Either that or Electrolyze. Electrolyze cycles for a card. How many lands do we have? We have 8. So that puts us at 23 playables. And what do I want to cut? Not much. I think I do just take Reflecting Pool. Actually, that doesn't actually give us mana of colors. I'm just going to take Electrolyze. That card's fun. We can replace... Maybe Mind Control is just kind of mediocre here. Or Blasphemous Act. Anguished Unmaking is definitely playable. Black, white, kill anything? Yeah, sign me up. What was I hoping to wheel? Obzidot? Yeah, without Reflecting Pool, Obzidot's gonna be hard to cast. Oh, Wildfire. I think that was it. Yeah, Wildfire is an interesting one. Temple of Triumph, I think I like a bit more. Scrylands are so good. I should have enough basics for Star Compass to work. And Jace has enough plays that I think he's worth putting in. Yeah, I think we just take the Wildfire here. Really cements our game plan. Just like Gilded Lotus, Wildfire, game? Yeah. Sylvan Advocate might actually be... Oh, Dead Gone's, I think, better. Yeah, Dead Gone's better. Wow, Sensor Wield. I think I'm gonna take it. Card's definitely playable. If you can just get it out early, then your opponent can't do much, and this deck dominates the late game. We have a lot of card draw and some pretty good mana ramp. I wish we had a way... I guess Jace can loot away Wildfire or Destructive Force. I don't really want to draw both, so maybe I think Lignify is what we want. I don't think I'm playing it though. Maybe it's better than Whip Flare though. And then I just play both of these as creature removal spells. Not playing you. Okay, let's move. Well, I'm gonna wait for it to go away. Yeah, because my early game is all blue-black, really. 25. So yeah, I think I'm cutting Lignify. Oracle goes okay with Destructive Force and Wildfire, but I don't think good enough to want to play. So my only other creatures are Jace, which can flip, Metamorph, which copies anything, Thragtusk, and Linvala. Yeah, those are good creatures to have, I think, with this plan. And then I really like all of our spells here. So yeah, let's add the lands. That's good. That one's good. Oh, I forgot we have Shelldock Isle too. So I like all of these. Let's sort by color. This is going to be a bit complicated, so feel free to skip it as always. So we're mostly blue-black. We're just double splashing a Linvala, Anguish Unmaking, and a Johnny. But we have 1, 2, 3 white sources. 4, 5, 6. Maybe Kakusho's just better than Linvala. Or wait, no. Mind Control is just better than both of those. Okay, so white's like pretty taken care of. Green, we have 2 green cards, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green sources. Yeah, that seems fine. So basic lands. I don't need any more white or green. Blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 6. I think I want at least 7. 8. And then red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see what these lands look like. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black sources. Oh, that's way too many. Cutting a swamp. So I have 5 black sources, some red, and hang on, there's a lot going on right now. I'm just gonna finish the deck like this, and then go from there. But yeah, my landlord's calling me, so I'll see you guys around 1.